Welcome to the Hold My Cape podcast, the movie news and review show.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Whatever song's in your head when you start.
Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to Hold My Cape, the show where we talk movies and movie reviews. I'm your host, Fish, with...
Me, again, Liam Mook.
as always, hopefully.
One day, I will die. Sad truth of the matter.
Yeah. You been up to much this week?
What have I been up to this week? Yeah, this week I thought I found a new job, where the money is, the money market. So if you know, we've obviously been gripped in a massive storm. The money, fence building. Honestly, doing all the paperwork to get my fence building company up and running.
Yeah,
Gonna be making a mint.
Our slide, our plastic 2-year-old, as in 4 2-year-olds. Not 4 2-year-olds. A slide for 2-year-olds.
Okay.
That blew over.
Do you want
Is it
it
Storm
rebuilding?
Sierra? Is that what it's?
Yeah, it's my Anic, yeah.
No, it doesn't need rebuilding. It's like a solid bit of plastic. It's just a bit of plastic in the shape of a
cement
slide.
it into the ground.
Maybe some big screws. Screws. I got relatively annoyed this week.
Oh.
I bought a bag of Wish. We all know Wish. It's a shopping app. It's full of wishful thinking. It's got a lot of shit stuff on there. It's got some good stuff on it.
It's the portal into the dark web.
Yeah.
Wish. It's the doorway.
Yeah. Anyway, so I bought this bag. Our friend has this same bag, and he was like, "Oh, look, mate, look this bag I've got here. Yeah, it's got locks on it. It's waterproof. It's got a high vis bit on it." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
everything you'd want in a bag." Yeah.
So he finally got it delivered to him 6 months later. He brought it into work. And he showed me this bag, and I was like, "Actually, that's a pretty decent, pretty decent bag. I want one." So I found this bag. It's like 20 quid. It's like, even on Wish, no chance. From a shop, maybe, not from Wish. So I stumbled across this bag weeks, maybe months later, like last week, and it was £2.
Wow!
And I was like, "Fuck
absolute
me!"
Bargain.
Yeah, absolute bargain. Bought it, free shipping. I also had £2 Wish cash, so technically it was free.
There's a twist coming on this bag, isn't there?
Huh?
Is there a twist coming?
Well, 2 days later, I get an email from Wish. "We're sorry to inform you, but your order has not processed in time. Answer our customer service for a refund." So I got £2 Wish cash back, a 5% discount code.
Well, 5%,
which does
generous.
Fuck all. Because what's 5% of a tenner? That's what?
50p, innit?
50p.
Is it? Yeah.
The fuck am I supposed to do with 50 pence? You can't even buy a chocolate bar for 50 pence.
No, Freddo Frogs now are probably about 50 pence.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Mad.
So yeah.
You still need a bag then?
Still need a bag. It's just to take my Nintendo Switch to work.
Oh, there you go. If any fans on here want to donate a bag.
Yeah. It's a chest bag, but you can wear it on your back as well. It looks really good.
So what's the price of it now? Do you know? Back up to 20 quid.
It's like £9 something, but it's too expensive.
Yeah. Well,
too expensive for it to be like, "Oh, well, you see, the problem is, it didn't process in time." Like, I haven't got £9 to waste on a bag that's not going to come in like.
Oh, you got your £2 Wish
5
cash.
weeks.
So that drops it to 7, then you got 5%. So we're whittling it down bit by bit.
Yeah, then hopefully there'll be a random promo code. This week it was Joy. The cheapest I got one down to was £3.60, and I don't know why I just didn't order it.
Yeah.
No reason. I just didn't order it, and now I can't find the fucking one. I can't find that one. It was like slightly cheaper than the rest.
Yeah.
Anyway, just so you are still all aware, I am wearing earphones. So if you hear this noise, I'm drinking a drink, and if you hear this. Can't really hear that. They're the softest sweets you can eat, aren't they, really?
Well,
don't really make a noise.
What are you eating today?
Dolly mixtures.
Oh, Dolly. Oh, you finally got some. You've been looking for them for a while now.
Like Gold Dust.
Yeah.
Aldi, though.
Rare. Oh,
Aldi sells them. And if you want them from B&M or Poundland, you have to get pick and mix. and just get dolly mixture.
Sort it out, Poundland, eh?
They had big packets in them, like at one point. My fucking favourite sweets, not very good for your teeth.
No, probably not.
Solid sugar.
It's not really why you get sweets, is it, I guess?
No, I've had a solid...
I'm going to take one.
Okay. I've had a couple of fill-ins since my first packet of dolly mixtures.
Bloody hell.
One at each... I don't
I regret taking one now.
It's not really because of the... It's not because of the dolly mixtures, really. But if you have got a cavity and you have a dolly mixture, it will hurt. Anyway, let's... Life stories are over. Let's move on to some news. Karen Gillan. This is 8 day old, so it's technically over a week, but we're delayed by a day, so it's fine. And we don't always... We try to record as close to Sunday to get it up on Monday. Overshot this week.
But we've overshot well because we can include the Oscars.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would have been week old news, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That would have been well old news by the time we...
So Karen Gillan wants to direct and star in the Batgirl movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, do you know if she's directed before?
I doubt she has, to be fair. Like, I don't know if she has.
I'm gonna have a look on... Because she's in Doctor Who, she's in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, DC seems to have...
Five
directions, yeah.
5.
Cool.
We've got Coward, 2015 short. It's a short in 2015. Controversial is another short in 2015. Fun Size Horror Volume 2. I don't know what that is. The Party's Just Beginning in 2018. And The Hoarding in 2019. So I've not heard any of these.
No, but I mean, you've got to start somewhere, I guess.
The Hoarding's a short as well. When Mary starts her first job as a cleaner inside a hoarder's home, she finds much more than she bargained for.
Okay. All horror stuff as well, really. And from that list, it sounds like horror stuff.
Coward is a short drama. Two people connect over the mutual experience of murder.
Yeah.
Alright then.
I mean, the thing I always think when used like that, though, is will it last? Because obviously Ben Affleck was going to direct, star, write, do everything for the Batman movie, and he's ended up doing absolutely nothing for it. So,
yep.
Will it last? Could be good, so. She might make a decent Batgirl. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, she's got the same colour hair.
Yeah, true. Could do well.
And she has to inevitably get shot in the stomach.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want Karen Gillan to get shot in the stomach.
Yeah, well.
I like Karen Gillan. I like her in Jumanji. I liked her in Doctor Who. Because I saw some of Matt Smith.
You're a cruel man. I bet you loved her as Nebula when she was getting tortured by Thanos, weren't you?
I like doing...
You're like, yes, Karen Gillan, get ripped apart.
Rip her to pieces. Yeah. Not really much else to say about Todd Karen.
Also, though, when is this... I didn't even know there was a Batgirl movie in the works. I feel like they've got so many movies in the works now.
I don't know.
It'd be nice if they just started making some movies.
This is just a link to a video, and I don't really want to watch the video, because this guy, I used to watch him all the time. Comic Book Cast 2. I used to watch him all the time, because he used to have like 2 monitors in the background, and he used to sit in front of the camera and talk about the news, or like 4 or 5 minute long videos. And now, just his voice over a PowerPoint, pretty much.
Right.
So kind of lose the you get like a disconnect between the audience. So I haven't watched the video. But if it is true, and if she does direct, would it be any good? She's got some experience, but is it?
Yeah, it might be worth giving her a risk, innit?
Yeah, I mean DCEU needs to probably get off the ground properly first. You got any news?
It's not really news. I mean, it's somewhat small, but it's linked to our Hollywood connection. I just saw it earlier today that Sex Education Series 3 is now in the works. Not seen the first 2 series, but we have a Hollywood connection, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
So an insider knowledge.
Samuel Jordan is his name, his acting name, not the name as mates know him by. Not going to say his real name.
It's too hard to pronounce, that's why we're not saying his real name.
Solid, like really difficult. He cameoed in episode 1? Was it 1?
Yeah,
it might have been episode 1.
Might have been.
I kind of wish I watched the show just so I could see it for the first time. Like, oh my fucking god, it's this guy whose name I'm not going to say.
Yeah. But it was also his birthday in the last week, actually, so
Was
happy
it?
birthday to our Hollywood connection.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Samuel-
insider knowledge, yeah, so...
Samuel Jordan. I nearly said his name there, but I just couldn't. It's like so many syllables.
I hope he's listening to this and he gets us some, like, insider goss that Sex Education Series 3 is directed by Karen Gillan or something as well. But yeah, that was just a little bit of news.
Yeah, that'd be yeah. I wonder if he comes back and does more because he's handing out like chlamydia masks because the school thinks chlamydia is airborne, which is funny.
But yeah, I've not seen it, but I know it's a popular thing. Like it's kicked off quite well, hasn't it? And there's a lot of talk around sex education as a show. Same with that other one that a lot of talk is about that I've not seen. Is that You? I don't know
Yeah,
if you've seen that.
same. I nearly started watching it the other day and then. Well,
I feel like that's been commissioned for another
didn't.
series as well, actually.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I think it's about a stalker, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's the main guy.
Oh,
I think. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I don't know. Tyrese Gibson still wants to play a Green Lantern.
oh, really?
Yeah.
The most underrated and underused character of DC's, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I had that one really.
Shocking movie.
Oh, I was going to say really good.
Yeah.
It was one of them films that I watched before I knew anything about comic book movies, and I kind of enjoyed it at the time. But the more I look back, the more I think, oh God.
It's a terrible film. But I also think it's sad because he's been overlooked. I mean, there's supposed to be a Green Lantern film in the works, but it's one of those films on DC's list of. It looks like it could also very easily be cancelled as well as made.
Yeah.
You know, they've had obviously one bad film, but it just always seems to, as a character, to be overlooked. And for me personally, who's read a fair amount of DC comics, after Batman, he's probably my second favourite DC hero above the rest. I just think it's an interesting character, an interesting concept, and they've got a lot of good storylines they can work with, and it's just a shame that they haven't actually managed to like translate that to screen. And obviously with the range of potential for Green Lantern, I mean, it could be any person. Can't they? When you die, the ring passes on to a new person.
Yeah.
It creates risk as well.
Yeah, you could literally kill off characters willy-nilly.
Within the film.
And just... I say willy-nilly, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think in the comics now, I mean, I might be wrong, but there's about 5 or 6 main Green Lanterns that have been like as the Green Lanterns. And in the comics of the Green Lanterns, there's lots of supporting Green Lanterns that end up dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
There's
mean,
that one big pig bear thing.
Kilowog, yeah, the trainer of the Green Lanterns. But I just think it's an interesting story arc, and obviously the ring, it allows you to create any construct, and it just opens up so much possibilities. I think
Maybe they're scared that you can't have a big fiery death match at the end, full of fire and CGI fire.
Why is that?
Well, look at all DC films have big CGI firefights at the end, don't they? Just a fist fight amongst fire.
This should be a CGI. If you're into CGI, it should be mad because you can create CGI anything.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in the comics, one of the best Green Lanterns that was in it was a guy called Kyle Rayner, who was a comic book artist. And the reason he was really good is because he, as an artist and like this comic book guy, he was creating really abstract things with his ring because you can create anything. So he was creating like a gigantic baby, you know, like a 30-foot tall baby that was just stomping on the enemies and that sort of thing. But obviously in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern film, it was just fists, which just seems a bit of a waste.
Some jets at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, an F1 car or something.
Yeah.
It was just a waste, wasn't it? And I just think and also it was in the era when villains
Big
of superhero
clouds.
films were big clouds, yeah.
Big clouds. Would rather have a sky portal than a big cloud.
Yeah, it was a shocking film. I mean, as a fan of the character,
villain?
it was a terrible film. The villain was Parallax, who was a big cloud in this one.
I can't remember what Parallax even looks like.
In the comics, he's usually portrayed as like a big yellow snake dragon creature.
Well,
He's meant to be like the embodiment of fear. And
Okay.
in the comics, he possesses people, and he's
is that
a bit venomish when he possesses
Venom.
people. Yeah, venom.
but yeah, there's been a few. So cannot remember. There's one's called John. That is the coloured guy. That's the black guy in it.
Yeah, John Stewart. Yeah.
John Stewart. And then
He's the one that's been in the animated Justice League a lot.
Yeah.
John Stewart.
so he'd probably play John Stewart because he's the more popular.
He's the most, probably the most
Yeah.
covered through. Like, The main one's Hal Jordan. He was the one that was in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
I know there's a really good comic book arc with him where he kills everyone, doesn't he, or something?
Yeah, well, again, Parallax, when he's done well, I think at one point he does possess Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's, in the comics at least, his arc is basically he becomes he's a Green Lantern and he's obviously a human being, and at the time it's that whole thing of human beings haven't been Green Lanterns before and they're considered like a weak species, but he ends up proving them wrong and becoming like the best Green Lantern of the whole Green Lantern Corps. And then he's so good, but then he ends up becoming their worst because he gets possessed by Parallax and ends up like slaughtering many. I think he sacrifices his own life to end it, but then he does come back obviously to life later on.
There's comic books in it.
Comic books in it.
Yeah.
They've all died.
Speaking of dying.
Oh. Sad news.
My segues there. Yeah, this is 9 days old news. This is probably passed around a lot, but Alan Harris dies at the age of 81. He's Bosk.
Oh, Bosk.
Yeah, just I know nothing else about this guy other than he's Bosk. But
Bosk, yeah.
I don't know.
Good character. I mean, it would have been good to have seen Bosk used a bit more in Star Wars, I think.
Yeah, he's like Boba Fett, but less screen time, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's far from as much as I can remember anyway.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So I've got a news article here. I've not read it. Oh, error connection.
Preparation for this podcast.
Error connection. Don't error connect me. That's not working.
Right, well, you're never going to read it then, are you?
Oh, hang on. There we are. While promoting Sonic the Hedgehog, X-Men alum James Marsden offered some advice for whoever plays Cyclops in the MCU. I just found the quote. Oh, it's a massive quote. I can't read here. Read this. Every time I read, I get complaints.
It's true. So he's offered some advice to the next actor to play Cyclops, which you'd assume would be coming soon as well with the purchase of Fox.
Relatively, I hope.
The biggest challenge was that the audience and other actors never been able to see your eyes. Definitely was a handicap in bringing a persona to the character and an energy to the character. To a character who is also very, by nature, very by the books. Kind of a Boy Scout, do the right thing. He's a foil to Wolverine's character, who is more fly by the seat of his pants, a little more unpredictable and aggressive. I would just say, lean into it, own it, and carve out your own thing. The fans of the books are going to tell you it needs to be this. Find a new way to make it interesting, because it is tough to get something interesting and cool and different across when no one ever sees your eyes, which is obviously, the main part of the character.
No. There you go.
So,
and not a lot of people like Cyclops, do they?
He's just a bit boring, isn't he, usually? I mean, from what I remember, he's no one's favourite X-Men, really, is he? I might be wrong. If it's your favourite X-Men, leave a message in the comments, but
yeah,
he's just always just a bit whiny and stuff, isn't he? Even in the animated series, he was never really done well. But solid leader to the X-Men. I mean, you don't become the leader of the X-Men if you're not
if you're not a boring old fart. Just stumbled upon a advert on Wish, on that website for Wish. Just getting sad time flashbacks. I was sure. Well, it's 20 quid again now. This is that bag look. Look at that.
For any of you that can't see this, he's showing me a bag.
It's got a reflective design on that one logo. It's got a power bank. I mean, you plug it into a power bank inside the bag.
I think you just need to invest in this bag. Think of it as a long-term investment.
Yeah. Breathable mesh.
Take the plunge, mate.
It's only got one strap, but you can swap its sides with your left or right bagged. Yeah.
These are the features we've been asking for. The people demand.
And it's just the right size to fit a Nintendo Switch. Anyway, so that's
the question. Then, any actors you've got in mind that you would want to play Cyclops?
I
don't know.
I feel obviously he can't because he's no longer with us. But maybe Paul Walker would have been a decent Cyclops.
Oh yeah, he's got the look, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good call. Yeah.
Just getting back.
Just getting back, yeah. Well, no, he did a decent job when he was doing it. When to be fair, actually,
did a decent job.
What about the Cyclops from the young Cyclops from? No,
he's all right. Like, that's the guy from Baby Driver, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, I think
so.
It might be actually. Yeah.
He's good in that film.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, even though he's like one of the main characters.
You want someone? I want an X-Men film to be set when the X-Men are grown up.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
I don't want to. Oh, look, we're all teenagers.
Yeah.
Being played by 30-year-olds. I don't know. I'm not saying the guy who plays Cyclops is 30-year-old. I don't know how old he is, but I don't want that. I want middle-aged, grown men.
You want to play Cyclops, don't you?
I'm looking around my room at my pop vinyl. Imagine I've just gone past obviously my friends' pop vinyls. Imagine Matt LeBlanc.
What is Cyclops?
Yeah.
Just checking out someone, just disintegrates them with his eyes.
How you? None of these are standing out to me as people who could play Cyclopses. They're all animated people.
Adam Driver?
No.
No.
To be fair, he'd probably be all right, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Oscar nominated Adam Driver.
Yeah. Did he win?
No.
No, I can't think of
Any
anyone.
of the DC cast you'd want carrying over? Jason Momoa as Cyclops?
Jason Momoa? No. It might make a decent Wolverine.
Could be. Colossus. Trim his hair back.
Colossus. No.
No.
Everyone, this is what I don't get this right. Everyone's like, oh, look at. I mean, to be fair, he's a bit more ripped than Channing Tatum. But like, remember when everyone was like, oh, Channing Tatum, ooh, yeah, and he'd completely just flat, and
Yeah.
Like, there'd be shirtless scenes in a film like in Jump Street.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, but you've got like hardly any shape. I'm just getting completely off topic.
What about Hayden Christensen getting back? They're both whiny characters that he's played, aren't they? So, Cyclops is known for his whining as well as Anakin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's known for his dislike of sand.
Yeah.
That's how Star Wars mentioned for the week. I haven't got any Star Wars news, so. I mean, there probably is Star Wars news out there somewhere. I imagine there will be.
I feel it's going to whittle down now the films are over that now, I guess. But
well, they say the films are over. I'm surprised they didn't do like a whole. Oh yeah, that's the Skywalker saga over, and now we're doing the Palpatine saga. But then they were like, "Who are you, dear?" Ray. Skywalker. I've legally changed my name and everything. Yeah. I can't think of anyone at all. There's that one guy. I can't act though. He's in the Fast and the Furious 8. I'm gonna have to have a look. I feel like it's Clint Eastwood's son. 8. 1, 2, 9, 3, 6, 5, 4.
But yeah, now you say it, I don't think it would be too bad to bring the old guy back. There's some of them you'd think it would be cool to bring back, like
Jason Statham. Get Jason Statham on it.
just to be Cyclops.
Yeah.
I feel that's a wasted.
Oh yeah, you fucking muck. No, where is it? Scott Eastwood. It is.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a good.
Fits the character design, does he? Oh yeah.
He's bloody.
Then again, no, I feel
Lieutenant, who's you call it in
Suicide
Squad?
It's just a generic. Do you know, like he sort of generic? If you go to a shop, like you go to Marks and Spencer's or whatever, and you see the models displaying the clothing, just like that, and just generic model look is Cyclops, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, just get one of the Jonas brothers to be him or something. You just
So this guy would be fine. Scott Eastwood. He's just a bit wooden, but give him a decent director. You can't see his eyes anyway.
Yeah, anyway, I always think he's a bit of a side character anyway, Cyclops, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's not really,
but
he shouldn't be, but he always ends up being a bit like that.
Yeah. I just locked my phone. I need my phone.
Because I mean, his main thing is not just being the mistreated sort of partner of Jean Grey, even, isn't it? So
yeah. Should we move on to some slightly bigger news? Actually, I've got one more pointless bit. Bad Boys for Life. This is 9 days old. This news, so obviously this is different now. But Bad Boys 2 leads the box office as the rhythm section tanks. I think that's its third weekend at the top of the domestic. I don't know if it's domestic or it's just American. It took the box office anyway for the 3 weeks. I've not seen it yet.
Do we want to talk quickly about Birds of Prey, since last when we last did this podcast,
I've...
Birds of Prey wasn't out, and now Birds of Prey is out.
Yeah,
we have still not seen it.
Not seen it yet.
But obviously, reviews and stuff are out. People have seen it now. People are getting there.
It opened below expectations with $33 million.
Oh wow, really?
Probably not. That's poor, isn't it?
That is pretty poor, yeah.
That's a lot shitter than I expected it to be.
But did anyone want it? Again?
No, because yes, they did, and I bet everyone that went was a girl who dressed up as fucking Harley Quinn last Comic-Con. But how much is it made now? That was when it opened. Obviously, it's been a while since then.
A couple of days. It only opened a couple of days ago, I think, didn't it?
Where is it now? I can't even find it.
But even though the box office is flopping a bit,
worldwide.
the reviews seem to be not too bad. Again,
yeah.
In general, I mean, from what it looks like, the potential this film could have been to be an absolute flop. It seems to have avoided that.
It got worldwide of 81.2, 48 million. This site doesn't help me at all. But it's beaten. All it's beaten is Bad Boys for Life.
Well, obviously that's been out a bit longer, hasn't it? So.
Universal's 1917.
Oh.
And Dr. Dolittle and Jumanji. So they've all been out a while, and Dr. Dolittle was shite apparently.
Yeah, so competition is a bit weak.
Yeah, but I've not seen it yet.
No. But at least the reviews, as I said, the reviews seem to be
the reviews
better than what it could have been. It could have been an absolute mess, couldn't it? But
yeah,
it does seem to avoid that.
It's funny, I've been watching a few interviews of who's he called? Ewan McGregor?
Ewan McGregor, yeah.
And it's funny because most of the thumbnails are like Ewan McGregor talks Star Wars.
Yeah, alright. And he's not talking Star Wars.
He's out to promote this, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you're coming back for Obi-Wan Kenobi, aren't you?" And he's like, "I am actually, yeah." And he talks about that for like a 5-minute clip, which I'm looking forward to that. But like,
he's just trying to get back onto Birds of Prey, and everyone's like, "Oh, you McGregor, Star Wars." Yeah.
But you said our fan had heard stuff or had seen it.
Yeah, as I say, yeah, I've seen a friend of mine's seen the film, and yeah, he enjoyed it a lot. He said it was gorier and a bit more violent than what he expected, and he said that the action scenes seemed to be pretty impressive. Yeah. Some good fight scenes, a good action scene at the end. Black Mask was done well, apparently.
Is it in a pool of fire?
The pool of fire? You'll have to tell me more. Oh, as in like it is a pool of fire at the end.
Yeah.
It's a DC film.
Well, look at Batman v Superman.
I haven't had any spoilers. Yeah, you are right. I know.
There's an epic CGI battle surrounded by fire. Wonder Woman ended in a CGI battle.
Yeah,
by fire.
that's true.
There was fire in the Suicide Squad final battle.
Yeah, there was.
Because the guy was made out of fire, fighting with fire, next to fire.
Aquaman didn't have fire for obvious
had
reasons.
water instead.
Yeah. Shazam did it. Shazam had theme parks.
Shazam just had smoky CGI monsters, didn't it?
Yeah. I always think about Shazam. I know it's a little bit of a segue.
I need to watch that again because it was good.
Do you know what disappointed me a bit about the villains weren't the worst in Shazam, but I wish they'd mixed them up a bit. You know, made them so they looked a little bit more different.
No, Great Monsters are the way forward. Yeah, I don't know.
So you could tell which one was meant to be which. Because the only one you could really tell was the really fat one was Greed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
what I didn't like about that film is, I know it's technically probably because of story reasons as well, but the fighting wasn't very good.
Right.
But I suppose when you think about it, he's a kid.
Yeah.
He's not going to know how to fight.
Yeah, that's
so maybe
true.
in Shazam 2, the fighting will be better.
Yeah, and The Rock's in it.
The Rock's
you've given some good fighting scenes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he'll elbows people. Speaking of The Rock, let's talk about The Rock for 20 minutes. Sorry, I don't have anything to say about The Rock.
No.
Isn't he just that Rock man's just so nice.
I don't know has he got any films like in the works apart from Black Adam that might.
He keeps posting all over Instagram, like the change in the power hierarchy is coming or something.
Ooh,
about how
a bit mysterious, isn't it?
Yeah, like if I quickly bloody Instagram the bloody fool, The Rock. His name is literally The Rock. He's posted some stuff. How the Rock took over the Super Bowl. some tequila because he's making tequila now.
Oh, wow, okay.
What is this? I don't know what this is, but it looks.
I mean, you've got to be fair. He has just lost his dad.
I think that's something to do with the loss of his father because he stood, and there's loads of cry-facey comments. Picture of him on the Titans game show.
The Titans game show.
Yeah, it's like a Gladiator rip-off.
Oh.
But with The Rock.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
not a spin-off show to
the last picture of him usually
DC Titans.
His usual stuff, which is him usually working out, is the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. Training for Black Adam. Man of the People, Ruthless. Shooting begins this summer. What the fucking size of him?
Snap out of this Rock obsession with filming a podcast, man.
Just replying to a comment on Instagram.
Comment from The Rock.
It's not.
You wish, don't you? Can I
Yeah, mate, go for it. So basically, there's these. Because obviously, if you don't know, my Instagram channel is toy photography, and
you may as well give it a plug. Shamelessly plug one property from another.
If toys talk, it's called. If _ toys _ talk. Basically, and there's these like sessions are called, where there's a specific hashtag. This one, for example, is what the photos.
Right.
Spelled FOTOS. And it's like, because it's American. A lot of this stuff is because they rule the world.
They do.
7 p.m. San Francisco time. It's an hour.
But what is it?
You post a picture with that hashtag, and then you go like all the other pictures from that hashtag, and everyone else does the same.
Okay.
And potentially you get
community
hundreds of likes and a bigger following or whatever. It's made to help the community grow. So, Sydney, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Jakarta,
yeah.
Jakarta, 10 a.m. Brazil, 12 a.m. So I'll find this. New York, 10 p.m. San Francisco, 7 p.m. London, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I commented today, how long do your sessions last? I tend to be asleep at 3 a.m. Because I'm on the toy community website as an official toy photographer.
Yeah.
Cool,
right.
Hello, they last for the hour. I'll be sleeping. I've put. So this is the thing, and there's loads of these things, and they're all at 3 o'clock in the morning for UK time. It's fucking annoying.
We work in a bar though. Sometimes we get out about 3 o'clock, don't we?
Yeah, but I don't have time to sit and take a picture and then.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle, I guess. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Life, eh?
Life. You had something to say about the Super Bowl, which was in between.
No, I didn't.
This episode and last. Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, trailers.
We're gonna talk about some trailers.
Super
Bowl was a little bit ago now, but
you've got a list. Yeah, well, it was after our last episode and before this one.
Yeah, but obviously it's been a bit of a busy week in Hollywood when you think. We've got Super Bowl trailers, obviously a big thing for the future films, and then obviously the Oscars, a big thing. So either we had to delay telling you about the Super Bowl or delay telling you about the Oscars or something. So this is a good.
Or call a sickie.
Which if any of our bosses are listening, we would never do and haven't. So.
No, we haven't.
So shall I just list the Super Bowl trailers that came out? And you've seen all of them, just so you know.
I've seen
clarify.
A video that was called, and I quote, "Every movie trailer featured at the Super Bowl 2020."
Ooh.
So, probably not. Carry on.
But so if not, we'll see. So we'll just run through them, and we can see what we think. So the first one apparently that came out was pardon me, was the trailer for A Quiet Place Part 2, which is coming out later this year. Obviously a horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first Quiet Place, is that the one where if they make any sound, some creature comes and like eats them?
No, that's something else. This is one where they just sit in a room and don't make a noise. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's really good, actually. It's Jim out of the office. our mate Jim, and he directed it and wrote it and starred in it, and it's fucking awesome.
Really?
It's really good.
For horror?
It's not scary, probably because you see the monster relatively early on. And horror fans out there will know that is a way to kill any sort of terror in a horror film. Not in a horror game. No, it doesn't work. I know this. But
I mean, I've not seen this trailer.
You should watch the film. Have you seen the film?
I've not.
You should watch it.
But it gives me a quick little description about what happens in the trailer. It says it's only 30 seconds long. You get a glimpse of the events leading up to the first movie.
If I remember correctly...
And you get the origin of the creatures introduced in the first movie.
It starts with a street, and there's people still about, panicking a little bit. And the woman, who is Jim from The Office's wife, in real life, plays his wife in this as well, walks up to a policeman and is like... I think she goes to say what's going on, and then one of these creatures runs past and hits a car, and they're both like, "Oh my god!" And she goes running to a car. I kind of imagine that monster would kill that copper in the film, but you wouldn't show that in because
no, true.
The deaths are quite violent in this because they've got claws for legs, and just swipe at you.
Yeah,
it's good.
Just to see the trailer adds more questions than it answers.
Well, it's a sequel, isn't it? You can't answer all the questions in a video.
Oh no. Yeah, it just says the family decide to leave the home following the dramatic end to the first movie.
And you see their daughter. I don't know. I think it's the daughter. I can't remember if it's the daughter or if it's some girl that they've brought along with them. Is on a train and she's deaf.
Oh, okay.
Because there's always a deaf. Well, I say this, but Netflix completely ripped this film off. By the way, I can't remember what it's called. But there's a film with pretty much the same premise. Actually, it is the same premise, only they're like bats. It's made more believable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because in the bat one, I just call it the quiet bat place.
Right.
They come out of a deep cave, and they've evolved to hunt by sound, and that's why they,
hence, they can't.
Yeah. So that's kind of a bit more realistic, where these just turn up. I don't know where they come from. I don't think anyone knows, unless it's answered in this film, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it ends with her on a train, and she's hands over her ears. I don't know if maybe her ears are hurting. I don't know.
Who knows?
She's crying. She looks, and there's this monster at the end of the train. And ooh.
Ooh.
I don't want to spoil the second film, the first film, but there's a scene where somebody. They bump into somebody, and John. I think his name in real life's John.
Oh, Jim to John, yeah.
Do you know who know the answer to this question?
Who will know? Yeah, Google.
Yep.
How are you going to ask this question? I want to know.
Hey Google, who plays Jim from The Office?
Jim Halpert was played by John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, another word you can't say.
Another word I can't say. Yeah, it's a... I can't remember why I need to know his name. Anyway, it looks good. I'm going to see it. I don't know if I'll go to see it.
It's out in March.
I won't go to see it. But, yeah.
All right, moving on.
What was next?
We've got a film that's coming out, actually, in 4 days' time it releases. Sonic the Hedgehog's trailer.
Yeah. He's interviewing football stars, I think. American football stars, so...
Yeah.
Not really football,
yeah, it says here it was disguised as an athletic ad featuring stars like football player Christian McCaffrey, gold medal sprinter Alison Felix, and NASCAR driver Kyle Busch. It revealed that everyone's favourite blue hedgehog is behind the camera. Plus, it's hard to dismiss a movie that features Jim Carrey in it, obviously. So yeah, so a bit of a weird trailer. Not really a trailer, more like a... Advertising thing.
Yeah.
Did it do anything to big the film to you?
No.
No? 4 days for that film to come out, though. That's coming out soon.
I still want to see it.
Yeah.
And I still believe that Jim Carrey will save that film.
That film, will by the next time we do this next podcast, we'll know how that film was received.
We'll be in the same position then as we are now for Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Won't have seen it.
Won't have seen it, but...
probably will have.
Friends probably will have. And we will be trying to pretend we know what we're talking about. Yeah. Let's move on then.
Every week.
The next film is one of Disney's live-action remakes they're doing. It's the Mulan one. Mulan 2020.
Yeah. This looks like it might actually be good because it's got people in it.
Yes, it has. Hence the live-action remake.
Yeah, unlike the Lion King.
Oh, of course,
Doing Bambi as well.
Yeah, getting all the animal ones done out there.
Why? The film, The Lion King, the new Lion King film, only did well.
You're not a fan, are you?
Because of nostalgia, and it only did well in reviews because of the amazing CGI. It was basically a tech demo, and it's shite. I watched it. It's got no heart, overacted, and it's just shite.
It is a question in because the thing that Bambi and Lion King have in common, the death scenes.
Yeah.
Mufasa's death scene, one of the saddest scenes in movies. Is it in the live action remake?
No.
No. Do you think
It's
Bambi's
shit.
mother will be?
No. It's going to be shit. But
because again, Bambi is basically all animals as well, isn't it? It's literally
yeah,
going to be.
it is. There's like one guy who shoots the mother.
Yeah,
the mother
exactly,
at the beginning.
yeah.
I haven't seen Bambi properly. I've seen it as a kid. I have not seen it since. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. If I do get a chance and it's just there to watch, I'll watch it. But
Could be a good one to take your kids to.
it's going to be so shit. Like, unless they change the animation and they add more facial expressions to the animals, but it's a deer. They've got less
It's a
face.
deer and
They've
a
got less
skunk,
face
innit?
to work with. Like,
yeah.
because obviously a lion's face is quite
Yeah.
squishy,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
a deer's face is like a whippet in it. It's just bone.
yeah,
like-
yeah. That's true.
But the death scene of Mufasa, he falls off. It looks great, and then it's ruined by Simba when he goes to see him. Because he's like, "No! Oh my God, Father, no!" And you're like, "You're just a lion." No facial, doesn't look sad. He's not crying, and because the actors had to tone it down to act to emotionless creatures, it just sounds overacted and looks ridiculous.
But so Mulan, I know, but you are a little bit more positive about Mulan
Yeah.
because it's real.
The
human
trailer
beings.
looks good as well.
Yeah,
I
this
can't-
article
I can't
says
remember anything about it other than it looked good.
Yeah, just said some pretty stunning cinematography. It looks like, but yeah,
I think it's going to be good, and I think
because as I say, like I've not seen any of the Disney live action remakes really. They don't really have my
Aladdin
interest.
was good.
But yeah, I've heard Aladdin was quite good. Beauty and the Beast seems to have done pretty well.
That was all right, yeah.
Yeah, so the ones with people
Hey,
do seem to
sneeze.
not be. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, Aladdin was good. Beauty and the Beast was all right. I didn't watch Cinderella because I haven't actually seen Cinderella, and I don't plan on seeing
really?
Cinderella. It just never appealed to me.
Hmm.
But fuck's sake, I'm doing that thing again. That can't stop What was I going to say? In the original Mulan film, have you seen Mulan?
I'm not sure I have actually. I know the story of it, and I know like
Yeah.
it's about
So,
a girl who's trying to.
There's
get
a
to
training montage.
Mm.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. There's a training montage, and that's pretty much the only fighting you see her do.
Yeah, so you'd hope a bit
But-
more maybe in this.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to do a bit more with her as a character, fighting wise.
Do you remember if you see the little dragon?
No, you don't see the little
Do
dragon.
you think that's going to be in it?
I hope so.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
And if it is, I hope it's Eddie Murphy again.
Well, could you imagine? Yeah. The next one on this list, though, is one I think you said you didn't see. Was the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run? So it's another SpongeBob movie,
Yeah,
which
this comes around.
from the SpongeBob movies I've seen in the past, solid films.
You don't need a license to drive a burger.
Yeah, honestly, some solid films.
I watched the first one the first ever one,
The first, that's ages ago, that innit? But yeah,
and I really enjoyed it. And
that's
I
the one with
don't
the
watch-
Hasselhoff in, isn't it? With playing himself, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I actually watched because our eldest was throwing a hissy fit this morning because he was being naughty, and because he was being naughty, we didn't put on telly what he wanted on, which is stupid animal videos on YouTube, which is literally a guy with a box of animal toys going, "This is a dinosaur T-Rex stands for Tyrant Lizard King," and you're like.
You're like, just put some SpongeBob on already.
Yeah, and anyway, so this morning, my girlfriend was like, "No, you've been naughty. We're going to put something I want on the telly." SpongeBob SquarePants never really interested me. Watched the first episode. It's part sitcom. It's really weird. It's a live action bit with a pirate and a puppet parrot.
Yeah.
I was completely
You're
flabbergasted.
baffled. Your
I was
first
like, what the
experience of
fuck's going
SpongeBob,
on
is it?
here?
It's a baffling one.
I
I remember one of the SpongeBob
I've never
films.
sat down and watched a full episode. So when I've seen this, I've kind of thought, what?
I mean,
I've only ever known it as,
I feel like
"Are you ready, kids?"
yeah. I mean,
Captain.
the thing about the SpongeBob films that are different from the TV shows. I feel they are very different. Like the TV show is most of the time it's pure cartoon. I mean, and it's mostly just your standard cartoon. It's a wild show, but it's just cartoon. Whereas the films, they're like a weird, like all of a sudden they'll just take a twist and suddenly they're on the real world with real people and stuff, and like the animation style will just change. You know what I mean?
CGI,
like 3D models or something.
Yeah.
And I remember once one of my stories was I was watching one of the SpongeBob films, and I was trying to get through the best part of a full bottle of vodka, and so watching this mad film when you're sober is bad enough, but when you're basically pissed watching this film, it was a mad experience.
Well,
but yeah, this trailer you haven't seen, but it does actually sound a bit like that, because it says SpongeBob's heading back to the big screen. In the Superbowl ad, there was some fourth wall breaking in the first 5 seconds, apparently, and it's got Snoop Dogg playing himself in the film, and Keanu Reeves is playing a talking tumbleweed.
Oh, I've heard that. I have seen a trailer for this, because it's like, is it CGI all the time, or just when they're out of the water? I can't remember. I do remember seeing a tumbleweed with Keanu Reeves' face on it, though.
Yeah, so honestly, probably worth a watch, that one, actually.
Yeah. It's probably going to be... It'll be good, won't it? Like, they all are, I think. As far as I'm aware, they're all pretty good.
The ones I've seen, I've only seen a couple. I'm not sure how many there is, but they're both pretty solid.
Yeah.
Next, we've got... I think this is another one you don't remember seeing. I think it's a TV show, so maybe that's why it wasn't on the movie trailer one you watched.
Maybe.
But it's an Amazon Prime TV series called Hunters. It's about a group of Nazi hunters assembling in 1977 New York City to prevent the rise of the Fourth Reich. Along Jordan Peele's the executive producer, and Al Pacino is part of the cast. So, could be an interesting premise.
I have seen a thumbnail for this, because I remember seeing Peele. But sounds like it might be good, yeah. It sounds like it's probably going to be a comedy film, is it?
It was TV series. I'm not sure if it looks like just a drama in it.
Is it Kevin Peele? Did you say Kevin Peele?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan
just says,
Peele.
yeah, he's...
Who's Kevin? Anyway, but yeah, he's normally in comedy films, isn't he?
But I know it's one of those ones that, because I think I'm pretty sure it's got as well, it's got Robert De Niro in, so they managed to get obviously like Hollywood megastar Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in a TV series is a bit like mad. And Al Pacino was on The One Show like last week.
Was he?
Yeah, and he was talking a bit about it, and it sounded pretty interesting, to be fair. Don't think I'll go out of my way to get an Amazon Prime subscription for it.
I've got Amazon Prime. I'd probably want to watch it.
Yeah, but
I don't get a chance to watch a lot of things. I go out of my way. I have to like force myself to watch things. I got lucky with the first... I haven't watched another episode of Titans yet. I've not had a chance. I got lucky with the first two because my daughter was being a pain in the arse and not sleeping, so I had to bring her down here and rock her to sleep. I just put it on the telly. That hasn't happened because she's got better. So I haven't had a chance. The Mandalorian, pretty much the same scenario.
Yeah.
And I've now started taking the Nintendo Switch to work. I don't watch programs on my break.
Yeah, shame.
Because The Witcher's better.
Yeah. The next one, we'll probably be quick on this unless there's much new in it, but I doubt there'll be much new in this one. And we spoke about the old trailers quite a lot before. But the Black Widow Superbowl trailer.
I can't remember much. She does that superhero landing, which would really hurt her knees.
Yeah. She says apparently at the beginning of the trailer, "You don't know everything about me." And she goes on to explain that the Avengers weren't her first family.
Yeah.
So,
which is just a boycott in it. Not boycott, sorry. What's that other word? Not boycott. Where you retcon.
Retcon.
I think.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Because obviously she would have because perhaps she considered them her first family, and then maybe things go wrong, and that's why she sort of disowns them. So she sort of
maybe.
Who knows? Maybe. It's not a big thing, is it?
Do you think they're somehow going to get her back in the films? Or do you think they're going to do some sort of timey-wimey stuff, and she's going to...
I don't know. Part of me doesn't want them to, but
part of me doesn't want them to because it mean make death useless. But
well, it does seem just odd having this movie here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So who knows? But we'll move on from that. So Top Gun Maverick was on the list. You're excited about this one, aren't you?
I want to see it.
Top Gun fan, aren't you?
I'm not going to go out... If I get a chance to go see it, I'll go see it. I want to see it. I've seen the original. First time I watched it, I really enjoyed it. The second time, I thought it was a bit boring.
Yeah.
But I was distracted. I think. I can't even remember watching it. But Yeah, I like Tom Cruise films. It looks like this one's got a lot more action in it than previous.
And obviously it's better effects than
Previously,
that, I guess,
yeah.
now, innit? So
I mean, they probably used more CGI planes than they did last time. Last time they used proper planes.
yeah, so maybe. Well, yeah, it'd be nice with proper planes, I guess, but we'll never know.
We will.
Well, yeah, actually, we will. It's not really a hard thing to even find out, really, is it? So I don't know why I said that.
When it comes out, or just now.
We've got 3 more to go through. Fast and Furious 9.
Wait.
Go on.
Oh, I can't wait.
I heard something about this. Kind of news. Should have maybe
I
included
forgot
news.
this was at the Super Bowl because I was going to mention it after this. I can't wait.
Yeah, I heard something where
I know everything about this film.
Oh dear. So
Oh.
you heard that Vin Diesel wants to split the film into 2, doesn't he?
He wants to do 10 as 2 parts, but
Yeah.
it's just going to be 10 and 11 in it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a series anyway.
It's not like a book.
Yeah, it's not like...
Yeah. But, I can't wait. I'm a
The trailer was
massive
good.
fan.
It was a 4-minute trailer, nearly 4-minute trailer for the 9th film.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Like, I started watching them again. From
John
the beginning.
Cena.
John Cena? He's been there all the time, you just haven't been able to see him.
Yeah, he's been... Yeah.
I literally, because I saw the trailer, I wanted to watch them again from the beginning. So I've got them on DVD, apart from number 8. I don't think I've got number 8 on DVD yet. Blu-ray. So I've got them all. And because I was watching the telly... I keep saying I can't remember his names. Because my son was watching the telly, I'm going to bleep him out. Because my son was watching the telly, well, the telly was on. He wasn't watching it. He plays with his toys. But when you turn it off, it's all like, I know, I'm us. So I found it on Putlocker.
Oh, yeah.
First one. Got about 10 minutes in.
How they
And then
changed,
it just stopped working.
How they've changed from 1 to 9.
So good. I was watching it, enjoying it, and it just stopped working. When the buffer catches up.
Was The Rock in that?
No, The Rock comes in at number 5.
No, it wasn't. Is The Rock in the trailer, I meant? In
No,
trailer
he's not
9?
in this film.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's off with Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, he's not in it because of filming conflict.
Yeah.
Time schedules and that. But, yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, John Cena's
There's a
playing
web-swinging
Vin
car.
Diesel's long-lost, equally qualified brother who's hell-bent on ending the sibling rivalry once and for all.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the films?
Oh, I've seen a few Fast and Furious films, yeah.
Have you seen Tokyo Drift?
No.
Have you seen number
But I know that's
6?
like the odd one out, isn't it, kind of?
No, it used to be,
Yeah.
but then they kind of like tie it back in really well. I think I'll probably watch them all in chronological order if I watch them again, which is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, 7, 8.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my god, it's so confusing now. I'm like, well, it's not really, is it? You just use
just one film's out of the
use
line,
your head. You put number 3 before number 7.
Yeah.
Maybe even
But
before.
it's
before
the
number
odd one
7,
out,
yeah.
isn't it? Because obviously, like apart from a couple of the cast, a lot of them are different. Like obviously, the main character's not in any of the other Fast and Furious, is he? And stuff like that.
What do you mean? Oh, the main character from he
Tokyo
cameos in number 7. Yeah,
Ah.
but apparently he's in this as well, according to IMDb. But
Oh,
like
well.
the guy, he dies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He dies off screen, but not off screen. Like the after credit scene for number 6 is his death scene from number 3.
Right.
But then they've re-edited it so it looks like Jason Statham's character killed him.
Yeah. And then obviously,
There was a massive fan uproar because he kind of becomes a good guy.
and Hobbs and Shaw.
But he killed Han.
Yeah.
But in this trailer,
Justice
he's
for
alive.
Who is?
Han. So I'm intrigued to know why. But it's got that. It's got a web swinging car. It's got Vin Diesel beating up another wrestler because he already beat The Rock up a few times.
Place one wrestler for another. You can't get
Yeah.
The Rock in, so you'll get the second most well-known wrestler.
And I've got a theory. Heard it here first, folks. All the way through the films, there's this backstory for Dom, Vin Diesel's character, that the first time he was put in prison was because he nearly beat a man to death with a wrench.
Right. Okay. Wow.
And I think it's going to be his brother.
And
And I think that's how they're going to... Because there's always these random characters coming in, and they're always somebody's brother.
Yeah, they're always
or there's somebody's sister or whatever, and there's always like a
Family.
really slight tiny link, and I think that's going to be
that.
the little
Yeah,
link.
that sounds like it could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he look like he had any wrench damage in the?
No, I could hardly see him. So
Yeah, well, fair enough.
yeah,
He hit him with a wrench so hard he became visible.
he became invisible for like
Wow.
7 films, 8 films. I'm losing count. 8 films.
That's mad.
So
Yeah,
he's always been there.
yeah.
You've just never seen him. Yeah.
It sounds like a credible theory. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
We've got 2 more.
Go
We
on.
had The Invisible Man, 2020, a horror
Looks good.
film.
We spoke about this the other day.
In the late, did we?
We spoke about this. I'm sure we spoke about this on the podcast because I basically said I nearly said the whole film, but I was like, it's all in the trailer.
Oh, well, it says here.
His husband dies, but doesn't die. Comes back as an invisible man to haunt her, but he's
Oh.
alive. Everyone thinks she's going crazy, but he's not.
Yeah,
She's not
I
because he's
see.
actually
I
just
see.
invisible.
Yeah, it doesn't actually tell me much. It just says we
wonder
hear
if
the
the mic-
terrifying
is it-
voice of the Invisible Man
I wonder
as he
if the
haunts.
microphone's picking up that wind.
Some strong wind, guys.
Yeah.
Hence my fence building.
Sierra. Yeah.
Business, yeah. Features a terrifying voice of the Invisible Man in the trailer as he haunts his ex-girlfriend. Yep, it's creepy, amped up with special effects. Yeah, but
Yeah. People are thinking this is the reboot of the Dark Universe. That wasn't a stutter. That's just what it's called. The
oh really?
reboot of the Dark Universe because they tried it with Dracula,
Yeah.
bombed. Tried it with the Mummy, bombed. I'm gonna try with this one.
When will it end? And then the
They
last one
won't
we've got.
until they've got a fully fledged dark cinematic universe with mummies and
Yeah, could you
werewolves
imagine?
and
Invisible Men.
invisible men they can't see. Just John Cena's about everywhere.
It's his year for roles, isn't it? Forget The Rock.
Yeah,
It's,
maybe it's him. Maybe he plays the Invisible Man. You won't be able to.
You wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know.
You'd just be able to hear.
Oh, when the John
You're like,
Cena.
oh my god.
Do you remember when the John Cena meme was?
Oh, I love the John Cena.
The John
meme.
Cena meme was a good year. That was.
When he's like, hi.
It's like a knock on the door and someone would open the door. It's John Cena! With the music blaring.
The very famous radio phone call prank.
Oh yes,
Where he's
yes. Worth a listen
John
to.
Cena, and he hangs up, and then the call back is like, oh my god, I'm sick of you calling. You start to drive me mad. Leave me alone. He's like, I'm sorry, I just want to talk about the Marines and ask you if you support them. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought you were somebody else. Yeah, well, if you do support them, then John Cena's going to be at WWE this weekend or something.
Spot on, most famous Marines.
Class, unreal.
That was good. Yeah. Under it. I forgot about that until just
I
now.
did, yeah.
That's worth remembering. Made this podcast worth it, hasn't it, guys? That's a memory for you all. The last trailer that's got on this list is the 25th James Bond film, No Time to Die. It's Daniel Craig's final James Bond.
Yep.
It's set to be released April 10th.
Maybe they'll kill him.
Maybe.
I mean,
No Time to Die.
going off the title, they won't.
It won't,
'cause
yeah.
They haven't got a chance. They don't have the time.
This
Could
film,
shoot him in the
obviously,
head, but like,
you've got the whole thing of this film. It caused a bit of controversy, not as much as I thought it might have done, but because the film, it appears that Daniel Craig's James Bond's trying to work with a new James Bond, played by a black woman.
what?
Not hear about that?
No, I haven't seen any trailers for this. I've seen one trailer for this, and I kind of didn't watch it properly.
Yeah.
I didn't know
The other
that.
news, obviously, is Billie Eilish is doing the theme tune for James Bond.
Who?
Billie, you know, the bad guy singer.
Who?
No,
No.
she's like a big pop star now, isn't she?
No.
You're the bad guy. Da, doo, doo,
No.
doo, doo. No.
Not a clue who that person
No,
is.
she's doing the James Bond theme tune.
Alright, okay.
But you always get a different singer doing them, don't you? Adele did one and stuff,
Adele did
right?
one. That was. The sky falling, come on. Yes, that's how I did my song.
Yep.
But
yeah,
she does talk like weird though.
It says the trailer it's loaded with classic Bond stunts, gadgets, cars, and some
Cinematography.
quick glimpses of characters both familiar and new. So,
Yeah, you saw that guy from the latest shite one. What was it called? The last one that was released.
Oh, what was it called? I didn't see that one.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's shit. I hate it. I got it on Blu-ray as well. I got really excited for it.
Did you?
It was
Are you a Bond
garbage.
fan or in general?
When they're good, yeah.
When they're good?
Really like Casino Royale.
Are you gonna miss
Didn't
Daniel Craig though?
He's been James Bond for a while, hasn't he?
He hasn't he? He's fed up with it, isn't he?
I wanted him to leave after the last one, because Idris Elba, is it Idris or Ibris?
Idris, yeah.
Idris Elba wanted to be James Bond, didn't he? And that would.
There was rumours, wasn't there? Yeah,
Yeah.
strong rumours about it. Yeah, Heimdall. Yeah.
I like Idris Elba. He's good.
Yeah.
He's from London, isn't he?
played a little bit of like that from Hobbs and Shaw, and he's kind of got the spy vibes.
No, he's more like a robotic cyborg.
Yeah. You can imagine him doing, the James Bond stunts, and that would be similar. You could see him pulling them off. But yeah. So obviously of
He's
those
too old now though.
trailers, then. So which of those films are you most hyped for from the trailers?
Missed one.
Have I?
Yeah.
What have I missed?
Well, we got Falcon, the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that's not on my list actually.
Black Widow.
Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah. How can I miss him?
So that. What site is it?
Digital.
You shit. Yeah. Who is it? Digital Foundry. No, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not on my list at all. Yeah, that's mad.
What website is it?
Digital Trends.
I was going to say Digital Foundry doesn't make sense. Why would it be Digital Foundry? That's computers and shit. Well, it's wrong, isn't it?
That's mad. Yeah, that is really mad.
I'm looking forward to this. I was going to say this would be more. Well, actually, I don't know.
There's a lot of good ones on
I
there.
really want to see Fast and Furious 9. Can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, the Marvel one though. Showed you glimpses of the TV shows.
Yeah, it starts with Shield and tree. Takes Shield out of tree. Throws it at another tree.
Yeah.
It's at a farmhouse. Everyone's like, but it's not going to be so-and-so's farmhouse because it's got the wrong type of trees. And it's not so-and-so's farmhouse because it's not the right colour.
Yeah, I didn't realise how many farmhouses there were in the MCU, but there's a decent
two.
amount in
There's
there.
3 now.
Yeah. And
Tony's,
maybe 4.
Clint's, and now Falcon and the Winter Soldiers.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. You've also got
One Division.
WandaVision,
Let me pronounce that again. Wonder Vision. I hate that name so much. It is awful.
but it looks like it.
Call it. Just put an and in there.
Yeah.
Wonder and Vision.
You've got the
Not One Division. It sounds like a FIFA video game mode. One Division. Sounds like KSI's old videos. Welcome to One Division with me, KSI.
But no, yeah,
Then you had a
that
glimpse
looks
of
odd,
Loki
doesn't it?
as
Because
well.
obviously they're going through different time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, a quick glimpse of her wearing what looks like the traditional Scarlet Witch
But it's
costume.
going to be.
Bit
I watched
black
the
and
video on
white.
it. It's like they kind of get stuck in sitcom scenarios. And
Yeah.
have kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that you or me? Oh, what's this news that's just popped up? Zazie Beetz doesn't think Joker 2 is necessary. Nobody does, but it made a lot of money. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a Disney Plus.
Quick glimpse of Loki as well, wasn't it?
We've got a quick glimpse of Loki. Revealed the Time Police. Can't remember what the actual name is.
Yeah. No, I can't remember, but yeah, it looks.
Yeah. Easter eggs. I can't think of any. I did. In my head, I had a bunch, but I can't think of any. There's how does it go down? He gets the shield out of the tree. There's a thingy's back.
There's a bit of flying, isn't there? There's like wingsuits.
Yeah. See wingsuits, and then who's it call it from Civil War's back?
Oh yeah, Zemo.
Zemo. Oh, Zemo on this page.
Baron Zemo in it.
I've got a canvas picture on my wall with different.
Classic Captain
Captain
America
America.
comics.
Is he on there?
Can't see him. It's mostly Red Skull in it.
I can't see him either.
But yeah, he's back.
No, he's not on there. But yeah,
he
he's
puts
back.
a mask on, doesn't he, in it as well?
Does he?
Pretty sure he does, doesn't he? Or maybe that's just leaked imagery that I've seen.
Oh, there is a leaked photo
Yeah.
of him with the mask
the mask
down.
on.
That's from Comic Con, isn't it?
But yeah, so over the Super Bowl trailers in, so the Marvel ones, you said?
No.
Huh?
No, I want to see Fast and Furious 9.
Hmm.
I mean, if it was a proper film and it was just one trailer and not
Yeah.
3, it mashed into one. And
Any that you didn't do as well as you thought, you weren't as bothered by, like Black Widow, did that offer much more? Sonic?
Sonic was a shit trailer. American football fans probably liked it. I didn't.
You said Quiet Place 2. You thought
Quiet
that was
Place
alright?
2, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah.
But other than that, the rest of them don't really stand out to me. James Bond, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'll see it eventually, but I won't go to the cinema to see it. And it's one of them films I'll quite happily watch spoiler reviews on.
Yeah. It's one of those things like, do you think he'll have... Because you'd imagine I'll give him a good send-off. I mean, obviously, like Logan, they did the whole thing because he was another actor, Hugh Jackman, who played Wolverine for years, and they gave him a send off.
Longer and more films than James Bond, though, right?
Maybe, but I'm guessing they're not
Casino
far off.
Royale, Quantum Solace,
Skyfall,
the shit one, and this. Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of years,
What is the shit one called?
Most recent one. Do you know who will know?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Hey Google, what are the Daniel Craig James Bond films?
Movies frequently mentioned on the web include Casino Royale, Spectre, Quantum of Solace,
Spectre.
and others.
Spectre was shit.
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace wasn't very good either, but I just remember the name because it had a really good PlayStation 2 game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, he's another character though that's obviously played the same role for an absolute age. So you would think they'd give him a decent send off, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it might be worth seeing it even just for that.
Maybe.
But didn't
Did you cry at Logan?
No, I didn't.
No.
But it was a sad send off.
It was sad, but I guess I remember like videos. I watch a lot of What Culture and things like that, so like lists.
Yeah.
And whenever it's sad endings of a character or something to do with dying, it's always like, oh, the tear-jerking final scene as he finally accepts the Mexican mutant girl as Laura, as his daughter.
X-23, innit?
And you're like, I didn't cry.
No.
It's not sad.
No.
It's sad, but it's not that sad. Anyway, speaking of sad, don't know
Linked
why.
it all in very well though, because obviously you've got all the stuff about linked in with the other films of the X-Men's, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like in the what's it called? The Wolverine, I think, the one where he's in Japan.
Yeah.
The woman, it can read his future or something, says like you'll die with your
You die with your heart in your hands. Yeah.
heart in your hands or something, and like link that back, and it was
And you
like
think it's because he literally grabs next to his heart in that film to pull a thing off to get his healing powers back, but
yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's even-
that
it's just
film was really good until the last bit when he fights a samurai made of CGI metal. Anyway, moving on.
that was the Super Bowl trailers.
So yeah, that was the Super Bowl trailers.
Tell us which one you like.
What did you like the best?
Do you know what we should do? I don't know if you know how to do this, but I know people that do know how to do it. Do you know the thing where on YouTube videos you can have like the eye in the top corner?
I do know how to do that.
Yeah. So we could do that thing where they press the eye, and then we list the films. Which one do you like the most? We could do that.
I think you can only have 4 though.
Maybe we could pick the 4 we want.
What did you like best?
Of these?
Marvel, Disney Plus, Fast and the Furious 9, Quiet Place.
We'll see. We could work into that. We'll have a look, maybe.
James Bond.
Yeah, we could work with that.
Yeah. And then
'Cause that might be worth it.
maybe next week we'll
Get you guys to engage a bit.
yeah. So no one's going to answer it.
No one's
but
going to answer it.
I might even forget to put it on.
If
It's at the top right
if
corner.
it's there,
of the
guys,
screen anyway.
when by the time you're watching this video, if it's on the top corner and you can be asked clicking it, please
Yeah.
tell us which one you think was best. We probably won't ever look at it either.
Moving on
But-
to the main topic of the week. 2020, the Oscars have been and gone. Just like literally yesterday.
Well, yeah,
It's
literally. Not even
Monday
that, was
the
it? It was
10th.
like 3 a.m. this morning when we were
Yeah,
filming
I
this.
could have put up a fucking picture.
You could have put a picture up. Yeah,
Anyway,
you could've.
so we'll just go through the categories and winners.
Okay, the main categories, we don't need to do all of them. There's like
Yeah, we'll
150
do all
of them, isn't there?
Nah.
There's like 100. If you look at all of them, there's
Nah, I've got this list here. There's not 150 of them. There's no way there's 150 awards. Not a
no,
chance.
because it goes to like really small things, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, we've got here best short documentary. That's a little thing.
If you go then.
Learning to skateboard in a war zone
As a
was the winner
girl.
of this. If you're a girl.
Yeah, that's the full title of
If
it.
you're a girl, yeah. Have you seen that?
No, but you
I'll
never
say
see the
moving on.
shorts of you.
Best sound editing. My boy Donald Sylvester. I don't know who that is. But what I meant my boy for is Ferrari and Ford versus
Ford
Ferrari.
versus Ferrari.
Have you seen that film?
I've not, but I've heard
It's
good
really
things.
good.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Definitely a film to watch on Father's Day.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Just a quick thing though. good for the Oscars because all of the main films that were nominated, when I say main films, I mean the ones that were nominated for the main prize of Best Picture.
We've got some on there.
All of them won something apart from Martin Scorsese's The Irishman. Didn't win anything.
Because it's shit. I haven't seen it, but it's probably shit.
Well, that was the only film that didn't, of the main ones, that didn't win at least one award. So they've all had a decent night, really.
Yeah, so best makeup and hairstyling. 3 people. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Anne Morgan.
Easy one.
Vivian Baker.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready, I'm waiting.
Kazuhiro Tasuji.
Wow.
Probably haven't pronounced it. That's for a film called Bombshell.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
Same. Moving on. Best film editing. Again, Ford v Ferrari with Andrew Buckland and Michael Makowski.
Ford vs Ferrari, yeah.
Yeah. That beat out Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Parasite and The Irishman.
Not bad.
I did really like that film, to be fair. We've already spoke about it though, haven't we? Like, Christian Bale.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon as
it's the classic
Carol.
one in it. Redoing well, it's a real event in it. They made a film of it.
Yeah. It is really good. It's got quite a sad ending as well. Live action short film award goes to The Neighbour's Window.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully they don't throw it too hard, otherwise it'll smash. That's beat out the Sister Brotherhood's Saria and Nefta Football Club. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Same. Moving on. Best animated short film, Hair Love.
Oh.
I've never heard of it, mate.
Well, there are short ones out there. It's like, do you know like how they used to do like you'd watch a Pixar film or whatever, and then there'd be like a short piece.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I like some of them. Do you know what I really like? One of them. The volcano one. Have you seen that at the beginning of Inside Out?
No, I've not. No.
It's about a volcano. He's singing about being lonely because he's just a volcano.
Yeah.
And then you can hear another volcano. And then by the time this other volcano, because obviously you know volcanoes are made by plates.
Yeah.
You know, by the time this female volcano is high enough to be able to see, he's too small and he's behind her, and it's all super sad. But he managed to muster up enough energy, and she manages to see him, and yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Yeah,
and I had the
like
song
the Sweet Tales, aren't you? You got the
it's just
famous
a
lamp
song.
one as well, aren't you?
It's all done by song
really?
as well, and it's really good. And I the song was stuck in my head for ages. I can't remember what it was. Moving on. Best production design, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, with Barbara Ling and Nancy Nancy Haig, Haigh.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's beat 1917, Parasite 1917, Jojo Rabbit, Parasite, Jojo Rabbit, The Irishman. Oh, a lot of duplicates in this.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. 2 women have won an Oscar.
Might be the only time tonight. But yeah.
No, because Vivian Baker and Anne Marshall.
Part of the team, isn't it?
Yeah. I've not seen that, and I want to.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Best costume design goes to Jacqueline Duran with A Little Woman.
Yeah.
Beating out The Joker, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and The Irishman. It had 2 nominees, everyone else had 1, and it still lost. Apparently CGI faces in it are weird. The Irishman.
Okay. Yeah, but it's not costume design, is it?
Oh no, but in the costume design thing, it had 2 things.
Right.
I haven't seen Little Woman, but I haven't seen any of them, but there's loads, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Little Women, there's loads of them.
Oh, right, yeah, well, it's based off a classic book, isn't it? Yeah.
They're all really short now.
Yeah.
So there is a few films.
Well, everyone's really short compared to you, aren't they? You're looking down on us all.
But there is a few film adaptations, isn't there, of the original Little Woman?
Yeah. It's meant to be quite a good film, to be honest.
I haven't seen any of them.
No.
Best visual effects, 1917. Obviously, I wanted Endgame to win. I didn't want Irishman, Lion King, or Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker to win. And I didn't really want this to win, but now it's won, I kind of see why. Because it's shot to It's shot to have been made to look like one endless shot, isn't it?
And visually, obviously. But
Which is a feat in itself,
the guy who
special effects wise.
Yeah, the guy who won it, one of the guys, it's one of the British people that won that award. He's called like Dominic something.
Called Dominic. Oh.
But he actually won the award, but also lost it because he was nominated for 2 different films. He worked on Rise of Skywalker and he worked on 1917, and he won the award for 1917.
Oh well.
So.
But yeah,
not bad.
It is really good. How they've shot that film. I haven't seen it. I want to. But surely it'll be out on Amazon Prime Video soon because the Joker is.
Oh, cool.
I got surprised by that today. Best sound mixing. Stuart Wilson and Mark Taylor for 1917. Beating out, I'm not going to say all these people's names. Joker, Ford v Ferrari, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ad Astra, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, Ad Astra, Ford v Ferrari, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ford v Ferrari. I imagine there wasn't too many, and there wasn't too many. It was all kind of level.
Right.
So moving on.
Moving on.
Best cinematography. 1917.
Yeah. Well, again, though, that's all about his film and stuff, and to do it like one continuous shot, that's hard work, innit? So.
But again, I imagine
got to be a shoe.
It's probably panned out over a few war scenes or just cliffs and looked beautiful because that's what cinematography is, isn't it? It's that type of stuff as well.
Yeah,
that plays a big part. So it's more screenplay, isn't it? No, that's like I don't know what screenplay is now actually. Anyway, is screenplay? Is it more to do with screenplay? Like the all one action thing, or do you think?
I don't know, but it will have won it for that, won't it? For that.
Yeah. Best original song.
Oh, Elton, innit?
I'm gonna in brackets Love Me Again.
Yeah, Elton John won an Oscar. First time he's won an Oscar since he won for the Lion King soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
The original Lion King soundtrack, not the remake. But
what other films has he made songs for?
I've not a clue. Maybe it's probably more than you realise. I don't know, but
probably yeah.
Original song, yeah. So Eminem came out before that, didn't he, and sang his "Lose Yourself" because he won the Oscar for that.
I always forget that Eminem's got an Oscar.
Yeah, for "Lose
in
Yourself."
In a film he starred in.
Yeah. I mean, it's Oscar for best original song.
Didn't he get nominated for best actor as well?
No. It was just for the song, innit? But he won't have done.
I'm going to ask. Hey Google, what Oscar nominations did 8 Mile get? It's coming up on here.
I'm not sure, but I found something for what Oscar did 8 Mile win. Would that help?
No, mate.
Okay.
Fucking useless bitch.
I think it probably...
Look on IMDb. It's on IMDb. You've got access to IMDb.
You are literally the internet.
Yeah. I've not heard that song, so... Best adopted screenplay. Taika Waititi. Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit.
It beat Little Woman, The Irishman, Joker, The Two Popes, and Joker. Considering the Joker has got 11 nominees, so far it hasn't won any.
Well, it only ended up winning 2. He had the most nominations of 11, but it only wins 2.
It's like throwing 11 darts at a dartboard and missing everything.
Well, I mean, as I said, I think The Irishman was nominated for 8, 9, 10 maybe, and again didn't win any. Joker only won 2.
What I've heard of The Irishman, I kind of feel like they've gone, it's Martin Scorsese's made a film with these people who he's really good makes films with, we'll give him nominations.
Yeah, but you got to remember, even being nominated for an Oscar is like an achievement in itself.
Oh yeah, I know.
Never mind winning it, but
I know. But what I mean is,
yeah, I know what you're saying. But again, they didn't win any, so maybe
good.
I mean, yeah.
I haven't seen it, but it's probably shit. Best documentary feature, American Factory. Moving on. Best original screenplay, Han Jin-won and Bong Joon-ho. I'm so sorry if I butchered all these names. Mm-hmm. Parasite. Apparently it's really good. And that beat Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Knives Out, and 1917 twice.
I don't know why you're often saying that twice, because it's not been nominated for 2 things in the same category.
No, there's just gaps.
But yeah, I mean that makes sense when you consider what else it won that.
Guess what else it won?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know by now, you've not been following the news.
Best foreign language film.
If you again, it makes complete sense when you actually think about it.
Oh shit, my phone's got 2% battery left. Oh no!
I'll tell you now, for anyone who's confused at what won Best Foreign Language Film, it was Parasite.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, again, you need to watch the news.
I can move over here, can't I? Because I've got a headset on.
Yeah, Best Foreign Language. I think Parasite ended up winning 4 Oscars
Well,
in the end.
Les Miserables. I didn't know there was another one.
I didn't know, but...
Best animated picture. Best animated feature, sorry. Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4, yeah.
Nearly cried.
Did you?
And I wasn't even watching it properly. That's how fucking hard it hit me.
Wow, really?
It beat Klaus. Have you seen Klaus?
No. Heard good things.
Really good.
Is it? Does
I
that
lost
deserve to win it more, do you think?
Huh?
Which you say is a better animated film? Klaus
Oh,
or...
I don't know.
Toy Story
Well, Klaus
4?
is a Christmas film.
Doesn't mean it's...
So you watch it during Christmas.
Still a film, innit?
It's not like Die Hard, which is dynamic.
So you're saying Die Hard's not a Christmas film?
It is a Christmas film. It's a dynamic Christmas film, that's what I call it. Like Love Actually. You can watch it whenever.
Right. Yeah, but it's not what the film's about. It's just animation,
Yeah.
it? Is the animation
but yeah,
better in
like,
Toy
what I
Story
mean is
4,
you
or-
watch it with Christmas glazed sunglasses, don't you?
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, but I watched Klaus properly, but I didn't watch Toy Story 4 properly. So, How to Train Your Dragon, the new one, Missing Link, and I Lost My Body. But yeah, Toy Story 4 is actually really good. Best Original Music Score. Joker has beat John Williams.
Yeah, not bad.
But his shelf's probably shaking because of all of his musical Oscars anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, Joker, one of the two wins of the 11.
Yeah. Beat Randy Newman's Marriage Story and Little Woman in 1917 as well. I enjoyed the Joker's music. He dances to it a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Best Director was Bong Joon-ho with Parasite.
Yeah, not bad for him.
Beat Quentin Tarantino, Todd Phillips, Martin Scorsese and Sam Mendes.
Yeah, not bad
I
at
really
all.
did think that the Joker would have got that one, you know, because of how good it is. I haven't seen Parasite though.
Director. No, yeah, true. I mean, you can't judge, can you? And obviously
Yeah.
it's done well. So,
Best Supporting Actress. Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Click on there with you. I've seen her before, but what else is she in?
She's in
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
That's where I seen you. Speed, Kathy Bates, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, and Florence Pugh.
Pew, yeah.
Best Actress. I don't know who. Oh, actually, do I know who this one is? Renée Zellweger.
She's Bridget Jones in Bridget Jones' Diary.
Oh yeah,
But she won it for...
Judy.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know it's a film based on Judy Garland, who was Wizard of Oz main actress. It's based on her life.
Oh.
Judy Garland, I think she was nominated for 2 Oscars in the past, but she didn't win either time. So I know that she said in her speech it was like a continuation, it was like sort of for her kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She beat Charlize Theron, Cynthia Erizo, Scarlett Johansson, and oh god, Cerise Ronan, Cerise Ronan, I think.
Okay.
Not much else to say about her. I've not seen many. She's in Me, Myself, and Irene, I think.
Never even heard of that before.
You are. Me, Myself, and Irene's unreal. Jim Carrey at his peak form.
Really?
Yeah. He plays a man whose wife cheats on him with a black midget, and he kind of swallows all of his pride, and instead of like bursting out crying or whatever,
Yeah.
he swallows it all, and later on it comes out, and he gets thing where you've got 2 personalities.
Oh,
Schizophrenia.
yeah. Oh, okay.
To like major degree. It's fucking hilarious.
Alright.
I think it's her anyway. Best Supporting Actor. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt for
First
time in Hollywood.
Oscar.
Yeah, surprised me actually.
I didn't know that. I thought he'd won something.
I thought he was big Hollywood star, isn't he? So you would have thought maybe he would have won. He must have been nominated for other stuff, I'm guessing. But yeah, first Oscar.
Yeah, surely he's nominated.
Not even for best actor though, is it? Supporting actor.
Supporting actor. Jamie Foxx has got best supporting actor, didn't he? Got it for that Collateral Damage.
Hasn't he won an actual Oscar for best actor? Though?
Maybe, but he's
It surprised me that when I saw that, but well done to
Once
him.
Upon a Time in Hollywood, yeah. Who is the main character in that film?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah.
Well, you'll find out because best actor
Best actor
next,
is Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, yeah, the other
Joker,
one of their
the
two
second
wins.
Joker in a row. No, I forgot about Jared Leto.
Yeah,
Don't really count though, does
probably the reason you forgot about Jared Leto.
he? Yeah. second out of 3 Jokers
Yeah,
to win best actor.
yeah, not bad at all.
I had
Deserved
to
win.
stop myself from saying a joke. What, sorry?
Deserved win, probably.
Well, I've not seen Pain and Glory, Marriage Story, The Two Popes, or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so yeah.
Yeah, but he did a good performance from what you've seen of the Joker, haven't you? I mean,
he does well. He physically lost the weight and put the work in.
it's believable. Like, you watch the film, and obviously, I think, again, probably the reason Heath Ledger won it as well, and Joaquin Phoenix, if you can do the Joker right, he's such a character to play because...
You can just lose yourself in that character.
But that's what but it's... If you can do it right, you've got such a good chance of winning an Oscar because it's such a hard character to get. I mean, it's like, you've got to display, like... you've got to try and display insanity, but make it believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So... And the range of emotions, you see him beaten up and sad, and you see him like, you see the psychoticness, and it's gripped him at the end. You see him, he's just suffering throughout.
Yeah,
and it's believable, isn't it? You feel sorry for him.
I've said what I feel about this version of the Joker. This film could be called John.
Yeah, the links.
It wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, but again, it's only on his performance, and I think he did.
Yeah. Did
Very
well.
good performance,
Did well.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. And best picture goes to Parasite, beating out all the other ones.
Yeah, Parasite, which bit of a shock because I don't think anyone saw it coming. This is the 92nd edition of the Oscars, and it's the first foreign film to win the Oscar in 92 years. So, because obviously I haven't seen Parasite, but it's in Korean, and you have to read the subtitles in English. But yeah, I'm not sure like if it broke any records for being nominated because I don't think many foreign films even get nominated for the best picture. Usually, if you're a foreign film, you've got to try and win the best foreign film. But to be nominated for just best picture overall, and then obviously to win it, first foreign film to win best Oscar. So big news. I mean, going into this, obviously, I was saying this earlier. The main news going into it was that obviously the Joker got the most Oscar nominations with 11.
Yeah.
But then I felt as time went on, more people were saying 1917 would sweep the board, and everyone seemed to be raving about 1917, saying that's got the best shot of winning Best Picture. So then for Parasite to win it as a foreign film, I had difficulties because, it was against some tough competition. You know, you've got some strong directors with strong film performances, a range of different films out there, and you've got to compete with those films, plus, the language difference for what Hollywood's considering. So,
well, absolutely, yeah.
And I've not seen the film, but from what I've heard of the film, it does look really good. It's it's a societal thing, and a really a family that's living in poverty, that basically live in like a shed or something, realise they've got an opportunity.
Into a house, don't they, somehow?
They become like the workers of this house of like a really rich family. But I get the feeling it's one of those things. It's like not all what it seems, and there's like stuff going on.
Well, I've just had a skim through, and going off because I'm on Google.
Yeah.
I had little pictures of the people, and going off this, because obviously was it last year they had the whole like Will Smith boycotted the Oscar.
Oh right, okay.
One black person was nominated for anything. It was Cynthia Erivo.
Well, I could have told you that because one of them, I think it was Chris Rock even, he was, they had no host of the Oscars this year. They had just people coming out and reading different awards, but there's no like overall host. But at the beginning, they had Chris Rock was one of the two people on, and he said, he made his joke of something like, 92 years the Oscars, when we started this, there was no black people nominated for Oscars. it's now 2020 and we've got one black person nominated for an Oscar. So how times have advanced, kind of.
Yeah.
Go. And obviously there was a lot of criticism in this Oscars as well because best director category, all men, all white men. Some people.
Yeah.
Some people. There's a lot.
I
of
never
complaints
noticed
I heard.
actually. Yeah.
Greta, I think her name's Greta. She's the director of Little Woman. Is a woman as well, and she.
Well, yeah.
Some people say she got. Well, it could have been a male director.
Yeah, no, it's the way Greta is a woman as well.
Yeah. No, but true. But
Yeah.
she got snubbed for best director because often it's just the thing with the Oscars and stuff. It's rare that the film that wins best picture. Obviously, best picture is the biggest prize. The prize you want to win. Your film is overall the best.
Yeah.
Often, if you win best picture, best director, you also win as well.
Yeah,
Because
it has
you're
happened.
the leader
It
of the
has
Oscars.
happened this time. It has, yeah.
It has happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Parasites. It often happens the case, but you'd also expect if you've made a film decent enough to be Oscar nominated for best Oscar, best picture, you'd expect the director would also be nominated because they are the one responsible for making that film.
Hang on.
Because I mean,
I
as you say,
think-
when you were reading all the nominations, you look at the same film names kept coming up again and again. There's a reason for that. You can't have best film without all the other parts being worthy of being nominated,
Well,
can you?
there's 9 films nominated
For best
for
picture.
Best Picture, and there's only 5 directors nominated.
Okay, fair enough. You've got that link, I guess, but
I
Who are the
don't know
5?
if that's always the case. It looks like it is because a lot of these are only 5 people, and there's obviously the big ones like screenplay where there's like 2 people have worked on it.
yeah, true.
But
But I know it was a snub. Some people said that maybe she should have been included in the nomination process.
yeah, well, look at
But-
Endgame should have definitely had more than just
the one,
special
yeah.
effects. And I mean, I don't know what else it could have been in. Like the score, maybe. That
Yeah, true, I guess.
it is a really good score. Du- 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 du. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's good that Parasite's won. I think. I mean, it's good for them. It's good that they've won because I think it brings interest out. I think a lot of people, even watching the Oscars, they might have seen a handful of the films, probably not all of the main films. And Parasite, I think this Oscars was weird because a lot of the films that were nominated for Oscars have only just come out, or like literally only just been out. And like Parasite is in cinemas now. Like, I walked past the cinema today, and Parasite was on one of the films listed.
I think it's out on Blu-ray in America.
Okay. Maybe
So I
just
follow
here.
a guy on Instagram called My Nerdy Obsession, and in his story, he is like going, "Oh my god, Parasite's won! I can't believe it!" And like
Yeah.
chuffed to bits that it's won all these Oscars. And then at the end, is the last bit of his story, he's holding the DVD,
Okay.
like he's holding the case. So,
I see. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it's just
I
our
mean,
country.
we
has
do
not
get
received
some
it.
films after them, and they get some
That's
films.
true. And obviously, especially
afterwards
when you
and
consider
Vice
it as a
versa.
Korean film, it obviously followed the Korean film markets
Yeah.
when they release
So-
films, not Hollywood's and not So
Yeah.
you have got that sort of point. That's true. But yeah, it's in cinemas now. Probably worth seeing. I mean, it's won an Oscar. I mean, it's beaten some tough competition.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, the thing I see is you look at that competition list, and some years you think it's a weak list, but this year seemed pretty strong. I mean,
Yeah. Sometimes I watch it and I'm like,
Martin Scorsese says he's a loved director, and his films usually do really well. He had a film up there for nomination. Quentin Tarantino, another really loved film
He's
director,
yeah.
he had a film up there for nomination.
It's weird to think that he's only got like
The Joker did impressively.
a handful of films.
That was
isn't
up
it?
there for nomination. 1917's been widely talked about, and that was up there for
Really
nomination.
honestly, yeah.
So it wasn't an easy year. I don't think
No.
to win you the Best Picture Oscar. So for Parasite to
No,
do
what?
that
Did you watch the Honest trailer?
for the Oscars, I did. Yeah.
Where it's like the award ceremony that nobody cares about until it comes around, and then everyone cares again.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Mad that it took 92 years though for a film that's not been in the English language to win. But-
Yeah. I mean, The Raid was the last foreign film that I've watched all the way through.
True, but I mean, that's not necessarily because the films are bad. It's just because the films don't get
Yeah.
the attention over in
Have you
these
seen that
markets, do
film?
they? I've seen a lot of it. Yeah, I don't think I saw it all the way. Oh, I think I might have seen it all the way. It's brutal.
I've got
Isn't it?
them both. I've got the first one, the second one on Blu-ray, and I just haven't seen the first one to buy.
Mm.
I mean, I've probably seen it in HMV. Well, I've got no money.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Great film.
he looked overjoyed to win. So I mean, fair play to him. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. He's made
Yeah.
history, hasn't he?
4 films. I mean, you won Best Picture, Best Director, and then 2 Oscars. It would have been surprising if you didn't win after winning Best Picture, which obviously were Best Foreign Film and Best
Director.
No, Best Original Screenplay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. And
I just kind of clicked what adopted screenplay and screenplay means.
Yeah, original screenplay is original idea in it, adapted from a book or something.
Yeah, because last week we were struggling to kind of think what the fuck does that mean.
Yeah, so Parasite must be original idea
maybe
as well.
Endgame should have been nominated for that as well. But then again,
you'd say Joker was for adapted on it from its content in it. Because you can change it a lot, couldn't you? But obviously the main premise would be from the comic book, so it'd be...
Did Joker get nominated for that?
Yeah, you read it out.
Did I?
Yeah.
So maybe Endgame should have been nominated for that.
But yeah,
as opposed to just special effects.
Fair play to him. A little oddity.
There's always something always wins the special effects thing, and you kind of think, really?
Well, Oscars sometimes
then,
get it wrong. I mean, the famous one, Suicide Squad, was the first. Well, I say first. It was one of the few comic book films to win an Oscar because they got best hair and makeup on year.
Did it?
Yeah, Suicide Squad got best hair and makeup.
Wow.
Oscar. Suicide Squad is you can literally say it and not be lying. You can say Oscar winning Suicide Squad.
Yeah. From the director of the Oscar...
Marvel have yet to win.
From the director of the Oscar-winning Suicide Squad comes Suicide Squad 2.
I mean, that's the thing, innit? You can say what you like about the DC Marvel war, but DC seems to do better with the Oscars. I mean, Joker's
well, they do, yeah. Because the films, they have the type of...
Black Panther won 3, I believe, did it?
Did it?
I only say that. I don't know if it did, but I only say that because I saw a meme that was like Joker being like, "Oh, I've won the most Oscars or whatever," and he had 2, and then there's Black Panther going, "Not yet," or something like that, and he had 3. I think it won. It would have won. It's not won. Whereas Joker won Best Actor and Best whatever. I think it probably won like Best Soundtrack, and then it will have won maybe Best Soundtrack, Best Visual Effects or something.
And
it would have been one of the big prizes.
And Best Made Up Salute.
Maybe, yeah. Could be.
Wakanda forever!
Let's ask Google.
Hey Google, what Oscars did the Black Panther film make and win? Fuck. Let's see what
Google struggles as it is.
I don't
yeah,
understand.
I didn't think you would.
That was your fault, that one.
Hey Google, what Oscars did Black Panther win? There we go.
Black Panther won Academy Award for Best Original Music Score for Ludwig Göransson in 2019, won the Academy Award for Best Costume Design for Ruth E. Carter in 2019, won the Academy Award for Best Production Design in 2019, and received other awards or nominations.
There you go. So, whereas,
there you go.
The Joker won what are considered the bigger prizes, but obviously it's still prizes. I mean, you've got the music because the music was praised.
The trophy still looks the same.
Exactly.
It's got a different
and also, at the end of the day, it's still high quality. You got visual production because Wakanda looked brilliant, didn't it? So it won for that. Costume.
Shouldn't have.
No.
What about that scene at the end with the fight in the really rubbery suits and the really badly looking...
Again, yeah, you could say probably not its best one, but... And then, best music. I mean, the album did really well.
Infinity War come out the same year as that as well?
2019.
Yeah.
Maybe, actually, yeah.
No.
Probably. Yeah, it must have done, yeah.
No, it came out 2018. Oh, wait. The Oscars were in 2019. The film was released in 2018.
But I feel like Black Panther... I may
Thanos
be wrong
looks real. He looks real! Look at him!
I feel like Black Panther might be the first and only Marvel film to win any Oscar of any kind.
As I'm aware, yeah.
Whereas, obviously, The Dark Knight won 1. I know that's not the DC Extended Universe, but they did win 1. Suicide Squad has won 1, and Joker's now won 2, so...
Did you say The Dark Knight won 1? Yeah.
Well, yeah, best actor, wasn't it? Yeah. Heath Ledger. Probably, maybe even some other stuff. I'm not sure if it did or not. It must have been... Was it nominated for Best Picture? Because even for superhero films to get nominated is like a massive achievement.
Hey Google, was The Dark Knight nominated for Best Picture in the Academy Award?
Here's a summary from the website en.wikipedia.org. The film's Best Sound Editing win prevented Best Picture winner Slumdog Millionaire from having a clean category sweep.
Wow. But if Slumdog Millionaire won that year, they did have a sweeping year. They won like everything, so...
Did they?
I believe, yeah.
Apart from Best Actor?
Well, yeah. Probably, yeah. But they won a lot, I think, Slumdog Millionaire, because that was a massive film that year, wasn't it?
I haven't seen it.
Maybe not. Interesting premise again, isn't it? A kid who's obviously living on the streets and stuff, but he managed...
Wins Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in India.
because it's all just his own, like, all experiences that he's had here.
They're torturing him, aren't they?
Yeah, because like, he's definitely cheated. They're like, there's no way he's managed to beat this game show, and he's like, no, literally, all of this is to do with...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think the Oscars? Do you think they were
Deserved winners.
well deserved?
Nice to see a mix in it as well.
Sorry for everyone's name who I butchered.
Nice to see a mix of awards. Like, I always think when you've got these award ceremonies where... And I can understand why sometimes a film will sweep the awards, because obviously if you won Best Picture, all the other parts must obviously also be really good for it to win Best Overall Picture.
Well, yeah.
So you can understand the sweep. You know, you need a good director, you need good actors, you need good
I wonder
visuals.
if some sort of rules been set in place.
I don't think so.
I
I think it's because when they do an award, like they just choose separately out there. You're not going to limit. If you've been nominated for an award, they're not going to go, oh, you've won Best Actor, so we're not going to give you Best Actress.
Really?
And I mean, it just so happens this year, maybe there was... I mean, again, that shows you probably how good Parasite must have been, because it's such a strong year that, as I said, all of those 9 main films that were nominated for Best Picture won at least one Oscar apart from The Irishman, so do you know what I mean? So that shows it's a strong year.
Absolutely.
Because most years, I imagine, the 9 Best Picture nominees or whatever, a lot of them will win nothing. There's some years where you just see one film sweep everything, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, for Parasite to win in this year as well, fair play to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's we're done.
We're done. So yeah, Super Bowl and Oscars today.
Yeah.
Mine's
gone completely blank how we usually wrap up these episodes.
We've still not really got a standard end.
Sneezed.
We've got next week should be interesting. Sonic will have been out.
Yeah,
will it
we'll be
die
talking about the box office for
horrible
Sonic.
flames?
I won't be as excited over any sort of trailer next week because I've already seen fantastic.
Maybe we can
Fast and Furious
think of
film
some Valentine's
9.
Day twist.
Maybe.
Best romantic film or something.
Maybe we'll swap sides.
We'll swap
Yeah,
sides.
I'll sit over there.
Will
You
the
can sit
audience
over here.
be able to tell? Will it improve the channel?
No, but
Maybe it'll improve the channel.
maybe.
We've still got the Trivial Pursuit video to come out, so still keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll come out at some point.
It's still on my phone.
But
I need to transfer it over, but I keep forgetting.
just build the tension. That's some actual visual content coming soon.
You'll see our faces.
You know where to...
You went to York Comic Con.
Yeah, went to York Comic Con the other day. Part of the reason it's delayed. Good Comic Con.
Did you get anything at all?
No.
You said you were going to talk to people and be like, check out Home My
I made one purchase.
Did you?
I've actually brought with me.
Oh, have you really?
I was walking about and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy something.
You can't go to a Comic Con, big or small, and not buy anything.
Cost me 50 whole pence.
Oh, pence.
I've got this Pokemon card, which I believe is
God.
fake.
I used to have... Oh, is it fake?
It might not be fake, but I think it's got a
it
good
might
chance
be
that it's fake.
It hasn't got a reflective panel bit on it. I don't know. It looks small. I had one of these. It's the Surfing Pikachu.
Surfing Pikachu.
Level 13, 50 HP basic card.
Which annoys me a bit, because surely any electric type Pokemon should have nothing to do with water. It would make common sense. Completely avoid water.
I feel like it. Do you know why I feel like it's fake? It feels too short and wide. Too short and too wide.
I would have gone for standard. Like, it's easy to get the card size, isn't it? I mean, I just think it's fake because you don't have cards that like.
Where have you bought this from?
I bought it from York Comic Con.
No, but was this guy just selling his collection of Pokemon
he basically
cards?
he basically had a massive folder. Do you know, like the
I've got
folder.
one with Yu-Gi-Oh cards in.
Yeah, he had one of them just with different Pokemon cards in. And obviously some were genuine Pokemon cards, like they're a range, but some were like... No, not all, actually, that was the only sort of fake-ish one that I saw. And I just thought it looked quite funny, so I thought I'm buying it.
I can't believe you bought that and you didn't buy like...
50p. I
Was
was
there
looking, I actually had a run round looking for Batmobiles.
Did you?
Because for anyone who doesn't know, I've got a Hot Wheels Batmobile collection.
Yeah.
Didn't find any new ones.
Did you...
Lack of Batmobiles at Comic Cons, so they need to sort it out.
Yeah, maybe. Did you see any... Because obviously I collect action figures. Did you see any decent looking ones?
Nothing major. But then again, I wasn't paying. The way I always see it, Comic Cons, I've been to only a couple, but this York one, Comic Cons, you can split your stands into 3 separate things. You've got your pop figures, which dominate now.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
You know what I mean? They're literally everywhere. If you took pop figures out of existence,
if
I snapped my finger like Thanos and pop figures disappeared, Comic Cons will be fucked.
They would.
Because over half your tables.
No money.
I did see some. Like I'm not against pop figures. I do enjoy them, but I saw some good ones. Like there was somewhere I looked at and I was like, oh, these are unique. You know, like you had some. There was one stall that was this woman who got like a wall of pop figures, but they were all like really unique ones because she'd only got like really unique ones because she'd been to like New York Comic Con and she picked some. So there was like some Star Wars ones that were like rare because were like there was Star Wars. So it was like Darth Vader, but it was like graffiti Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. There he is up there.
Yeah, it was like Darth Vader, but instead of being just the black Darth Vader, it was like graffitied. So it was like some graffiti artist had done the designs on various Star Wars pop figures. And so like, there was one that was Bruce Banner and the Hulk. If you've ever seen the Hulk's very first comic, it's like the cover is Bruce
split
Banner
down the middle.
Oh, maybe it's not the first one then, but there's a classic Hulk comic where you've got Bruce Banner, and then behind him is the big grey Hulk.
Oh, looking like. Yeah.
But the pop figure was like that, so in the box it was the same, and that looked pretty cool.
I think
they've got like a Batman range out now because it's like so many years, like 90 years of Batman or something. So it was like
I've got Batman obviously as you can see, the people on the other end of this can't see, but as you can see, I've got a lot. My collection starts here and ends.
For these people who can't see, here could be anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll read them. I'll tell them because there's not loads. I've got Ego the Living Planet in human form. I've got 2 versions of Simba from the proper Lion King.
Yeah.
I've got Heimdall from Ragnarok, Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, BB-8, Snow Trooper, or is it a Flame Trooper? Can't see from here. A Swamp Thing, a Blue Aquaman, Falcon, Vision, Rita Repulsa from the new Power Rangers movie, which I really liked, and it only got like 7.4.
Yeah, well, you got all the Power Rangers, haven't you?
I've got Deathstroke from the Arrow TV show. I've got the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Red, Blue, Yellow, Pink and Black, New Power Rangers, Red, Blue and Yellow, and then I've over there.
Stan Lee?
Oh yeah.
Don't forget Big
Stan Lee, and that Deadpool isn't mine. Deadpool Dead Time, but fuck.
Bedtime
Deadpool. And then over there behind you, I've got. No, they're not mine. And behind you on
2 various Rosses.
Underneath me figures.
Above. Oh, underneath. Oh, sorry.
One of the top 5 is mine. The Adam.
It's
called Fish.
These people can't see.
It's called Fish from Box Trolls.
Good film.
I've not seen it. Got me. Fuck.
Because it's your name.
Girlfriend got me it because it's my name. And underneath it.
It's also the ugliest looking thing you've ever seen in your life.
It is. Look at it.
It's disgusting.
And underneath it is my Megazord and Giant Man.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And I think there's a Thanos down there. Isn't there? Thanos isn't mine.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos.
Yeah. I got really into them, and then.
So that's what I mean. I would say
I'd make no money off these.
No.
Because they're all common. The Vision one is a exclusive, and the Falcon one and Swamp Thing have got exclusive figure pictures, exclusive logo stickers on them. I can't get close enough to see what they are. Hang on, can I? No.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, I can. I can take this bit of cable a bit longer. No.
But yeah, so there was this woman who had these like unique ones she was selling for like 90 quid and stuff. Bloody hell.
Ridiculous.
But
I think my most expensive one would probably be the Megazord.
There's 3 different types of stores at Comic Con. So one of them is pop figures. They're literally everywhere. You can't escape them. Your second type of stall is what I like to say your car boot stall. It looks like people have just gone, I've got a load of toys, I'm just going to flog them.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like old figures from stuff like I saw a Jar Jar Binks figure, not like the advanced figures you have, like a sort of small Jar Jar Binks figure. His ears were snapped
Power
off.
Rangers sat there.
Yeah.
Very basic.
Yeah. And his ears were snapped off. I was like, and you see like loads of random just like stuff. But sometimes it's quite interesting because you see like old stuff that.
I have never been to a Comic Con, and I really want to go because you can't, because people do sell cheap toys.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And I imagine a clone trooper would not be very hard to come by.
Oh no, definitely not.
And I've already got one.
You see these like car boot ones. They're interesting because sometimes it is just like it is sometimes just like old rubbish you see at a car boot.
Yeah.
But sometimes you see stuff. Sometimes you see stuff that's like really really good. Sometimes you see stuff that's like you see someone's like collection they're selling and you're like, oh wow, they've actually like put some work into this. And sometimes you see stuff where you're like, I used to have this when I was younger. Like how like what are they valuing it at now and stuff like that. And sometimes just like it's memory lane stuff in it because
I remember.
You see like all. Like, you've also got like a load of at these like car boot sales. There's a lot of people who do their own custom Lego figures.
Yeah.
So like
there was one
you know
in,
like horror ones. Like my friend got a Freddy Krueger Lego figure and stuff like
in Whitby, where we live. Yeah, in the Christmas market, there was a stall with like loads of Lego Hulks and Iron Mans and
you see a lot of them
and stuff. None of them that they actually sell. Like
and the third
custom
type of
design.
stall is probably what I'd say is the best stall. So you've got your pop figure stalls, you've got your car boot stall, and your third type of stall is what I like to say your original artwork stalls, and some of them are mint. So you know there was a table that was like a guy who designed different like blueprints of various like sci-fi stuff. So you had like Millennium Falcon blueprints, C-3PO blueprints, stuff like that. And then there's other ones where they just like you could just see they just done like art pictures of like paintings or stuff like that, but sometimes in their own unique styles and that. And they're really cool to look at. There was a guy who had a 3D printer and he was actually using it while he was there. You could see the 3D printer moving.
3D printing takes ages.
Yeah, he was 3D printing a Groot while I was there. But he had a table of 3D printed stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he had like loads of like movie weaponry and stuff like that. And some of it was good. Like he had a 3D printed Cyclops visor.
Oh yeah.
It looked mint. It looked legit. Like it looked like it was made of metal and stuff. He'd painted it obviously as well and it looked cool. But he also on that same table he was selling Hellboy's gun that he'd 3D printed, like life size Hellboy gun. He was selling what looked like Han Solo's gun, life size, and it looked really good. Like it looks like, and obviously I picked up one of them, and it's quite light because obviously it's 3D printed, so it's plastic in it. And yeah, you just had a range of these 3D printed stuff that were quite cool. So
I like stuff like this. Like my canvases, I've got 2 canvases: Captain America classic comic covers montage and the Amazing Spider-Man issue 100.
So yeah, it was good. Yeah, just looking around seeing the stuff. It was quite interesting to see.
Yeah, you
and also to
reminded
see people
me-
in costume. There was some good costumes.
Did your friend went as the Flash?
No, but the friends I went with
He
went as
Black Mask.
Black
didn't he?
Mask, one of them, and another one went as Joaquin Phoenix the Joker. Actually,
I saw that on Instagram. He looks really good.
impressive
Actually.
bit of work in it. Yeah.
Whenever I go anywhere dressed up, I dress up as Spider-Man because it's the only costume I have, and I bought it for a lot of money. I've only wore it once.
Tell you what I was impressed about it, because I've been to a couple of Comic Cons, but the thing you always see at Comic Cons, and I thought it would be terrible, there's 2 costumes you see all the time. So
Deadpool
much so.
and Harley Quinn.
Deadpool and Harley Quinn, all the time. York Comic Con, when I went, don't remember seeing any Harley Quinns, which I was baffled by, and I saw only one Deadpool, but it was a woman dressed as Deadpool, but it was like a really, like, they must have spent a lot of money on his costume, like it was like...
Was it an attractive?
She was just
Deadpool?
wearing a costume all the time. No, it was like, no, it was a proper Deadpool costume.
Yeah. Wasn't an attractive Deadpool costume.
Looks like it could have been, yeah. But I'm trying to think. There wasn't anything that stood out to me as though I saw loads of. Even Joaquin Phoenix Joker, I only saw my friend.
Well, that's a relatively
plus one
easy
more.
costume to do.
You'd think, couldn't you? There was
Like,
one guy who.
For people who do it a lot. I imagine.
Yeah. Well, as I said, my friend who you've seen the picture of, he basically made it himself. He just got a jacket that looked similar and stuff like that. And you can just.
Face paint's easy enough.
Yeah, face paint's easy enough.
When you were talking about things that you see, like you used to have as a kid that you see in Capu, just reminded me. I had a Lego Star Wars gunship. With probably the big
From the
clone
Clone Wars.
dropships.
Yeah.
Yoda gets off one in the Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
I had one of them. It cost my nana £89. I don't know where it is. If I look on, I'm looking on. Where's it called now? And one that is factory sealed. So brand new. £600
Mad.
with £26.60 shipping.
Madness.
But second hand and stuff, it's like you're looking at.
I'll tell you actually, there's
150.
2 costumes that really stood out to me.
This one's £25.
2 costumes really stood out to me. One of them will be really surprising to you. One of them that stood out to me just because of how impressive the mask was and stuff. Admiral Akbar. There's an Admiral Akbar costume. Like, they've done his whole head and everything. Like, I was impressed by that. But perhaps the most impressive one, part of the reason it's really impressive because there's now a thing of, like, professional cosplayers. So, people are like, that. I don't know if they do how they do it for a living, but it's, like, proper level. And this woman was, and she stayed in character the entire time with the voice and everything.
Yeah.
Was surprising for a Comic-Con because it wasn't exactly like the most fan thing, but Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
Do you know the film?
Yeah.
Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
She was doing the whole Scottish voice. It looked amazing.
Oh, wow.
If I can find any pictures, I might send you some later. But yeah. But it was a good trip, and hopefully, if we ever do get out to another Comic-Con soon in the nearby area, we'll drop us.
Yeah, I do want to go to a Comic-Con.
We'll get some merch printed.
Really?
Get some shirts or something printed
Well,
for my Cape podcast.
That's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to smack the like button and subscribe.
Yeah, you can follow Fish on.
You can follow me on Instagram at If Toys Talk.
Yeah, you can follow me at Liam Mook. Yeah, if you want to follow me.
Liam Mook. And remember, hold my
Toss
cape.
a coin to my Witcher guys. See you next week. Hold my cape.
Hold my cape.